station.
Do that.
You want to check out a flyer about the internet? Do you guys use the internet? No. Do you guys use the internet?
Do what?
The internet? What's that? What is that? Read it! It's orange. Do you use the internet? Yeah. Yeah? Do you download music? Oh, yeah. Yeah?
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Yeah. Well, check it out.
Well, the world's been hard on him, so he has taken it to town. And he never gave up or let it get him down.
And like the interesting part about our protest was that it wasn't so much action at the time. I mean, we did inform a lot of consumers at the time, and we handed out 700 flyers or whatever. But
I'm moving on, he's gonna fade away. Traveling Tim is gonna walk again today. He's got 57 miles.
where's the political consciousness around culture?
Right.
I mean, it's watching free culture do what it did, and watching street demonstrations over DRM is pretty amazing. I mean, it's a pretty geeky subject to have people marching in the streets. But you know, it's what we were hoping for in 2000. It's like, where are the pitchforks and torches when they came and took your freaking music away? You know, and I guess, you know, a couple 10,000 lawsuits later, where Hi, I'm Cory Doctorow, and I'm a retired activist and full-time novelist. I write science fiction novels, and that in itself is not extraordinary, but the thing that I did that I was a first for is my first novel was released the same day it was released in shops. It was released under a Creative Commons license, and it was the first novel released under Creative Commons license, and it allowed people to non-commercially redistribute it. It was later relicensed to also allow people to make their own works from it.
So how would like a young filmmaker access this technology? Knowing nothing, very little about the internet.
So there's you can come to our website. We point you to places that you could go to find music, for instance, or images.
Free music online. Alternatives to going to Virgin and hanging out at Broadway buying music. Check it out.
Been around that copyright isn't necessarily about people stealing from you or taking things from you, but actually building to make a richer cultural repository of things to build upon.
What is freeculture.org?
So freeculture.org is a student organization which now has about 25 chapters on college campuses around the country and around the world.
Culture.org! Was it free?
Yes, free.
You're lying.
It's about alternative forms of music.
One of the things I found really interesting about free culture was just the way that they have managed to use the internet to mobilize their activism, and I think it really signals a new way that activism should be conducted. Like, what about free culture do you find really interesting?
Well, at first, the reason I got into free culture was because someone copied my website, the whole thing, without even, before mine's all rights reserved.
Yeah.
And, I don't like people copying them. They didn't change anything. That's the point.
We're trying to educate people, pretty much. What are the rules about protesting in the streets?
You have to have permits.
Well, luckily we're not doing that.
We're just teaching people about their choices. Great.
How's it going?
Free music online. It's going well. It's like there are a lot of tourists, but a lot of people buying CDs, and it's not as packed. So like we can really like get around and run around and stuff. Everyone seems to be pretty receptive, and some guy just came up to me and was like, "Oh, what's that?" And I was like, "Here you go, man." And we went inside, and hopefully he's not buying a CD. But hey, check it out, free music online. The success stories I think about the protests were that I just sent out a link, just trying to get it on as many blogs as possible, and Cory, who runs boingboing.net, posted it, and immediately we got a ton of great attention, people emailing us and getting in contact and getting our email list, and it really kind of like surprised me how many people
just came out of the woodwork and said that they'd show up, and and then when the day of it happened, we just had people who I had never met before, never had a conversation. They even emailed me saying, I saw it on Boing Boing. I showed up. I printed out my own flyers. I put up the flyers for distribution on the wiki and stuff. So they printed it out, showed up, and started handing stuff out. And to me, I was just like, this is a different kind of activism from, just hanging out in a park and, with a loudspeaker. Like, this is very different.
On the internet! On the internet! You love it! It's good! Fun! The point is that you start to see the internet as its own society, right? And you start to see activism just happening on the internet alone that's being successful and good activism basically, and not passive activism, which is what a lot of people critiqued it for, maybe at its beginning stages. And I don't know, maybe what do you see in the future for movements like free culture, or I don't know?
Well, I think we were just talking about some of that stuff in the other room. I think that one of the things that has been missing from the internet is a meaningful way for people who aren't programmers to do stuff that enhances the world's total storage liberty. And we were just talking about the idea of recruiting people who play World of Warcraft to hang around in World of Warcraft on the Chinese server and pass SAMA's data to people from China who are locked out of websites by their government, right? And use WoW as a mechanism for delivering dissident information to.
And it's not just about the past; it's also about the present. We need the ability to work with the world around us.
We understand that our lives will be increasingly online to the point where there will be things there won't be anything more important offline than there is online in terms of personal liberty. And when that happens, we're going to need a mechanism whereby we can safeguard the same liberties that we enjoy in meat space in virtual space.
I would like a world where you see copyright, you see Creative Commons. I think way down the road it'd be nice if you could see a world where you would say this is not copyrighted, or this is not under Creative Commons license, but becoming the standard where copyright is, we're right there beside it.
Rather than setting Creative Commons up in the kind of dichotomy between public domain and copyright, we would like to be thought of as not in the middle. We are offering something that can help both the public domain and the left. So part of our new messaging for 06 is to try to step out of that binary debate and more be the solution. Where there's a problem, you go to Creative Commons.
Free music online. We're not selling anything. They are. We're not selling anything. Check it out. Free music online. Tons of it. Tons of free music online that bands want you to download. I'm not selling anything. I promise. Go check it out. Hey, if you have an iPod, this matters. All versions of iPods. Check it out. There's tons of free stuff online. Updated daily. Bands want you to listen to. Check it out.